Straight up 6:30 and good morning to you. I'm Adam Longo.
And I'm Adriana Hopkins. We have made it finally to Election Day, and polls in Virginia are open. You have until 7 o'clock tonight to cast your ballot there. In D.C. and Maryland, polls open in a half hour at 7 o'clock, and they close at 8 tonight.
And as a reminder here, as long as you're in line by the time those polls close, you'll still be able to cast your vote. Now, 7 News has the most comprehensive and interactive election coverage throughout the day. This morning, our team coverage, John Gonzalez, Joy Wang, Shannon Lilly, they're out covering the down ballot races and issues on the ballot, and Lindsay Mastis has what we should know about Election Day misinformation.
First, though, let's check on our traffic and weather. Always together. Britt Waters has the morning commute covered, and Eileen Whalen is here with your Election Day forecast, and so far, so good.
And that's going to be the case throughout the day today. It is going to be unseasonably warm here on this Election Day. So as you're heading to the polls, no need for the rain gear. This morning, maybe just a light jacket, temperatures in the 50s, maybe scooting out around lunchtime, sunny 71, and we're dry this evening and pretty mild. And believe it or not, even a little humid. Humidity levels will be increasing. Take a look. Temperatures much milder than this time yesterday. Temperature departures some 12 to 20 degrees higher than 24 hours ago. You'll see temperatures on the side of your screen. So dry for voting, becoming warm and breezy. Now tomorrow, record warmth, and it's also going to be really humid. We are tracking some much needed rain chances Thursday and Sunday. So more on that coming up. Britt?
Thank you. Road issues are improving. Let's go right to Riggs Road. Hillandale, Maryland, cleared at Powder Mill from that medical emergency that we were dealing with. Should see those speeds going up just a bit. Also looking a lot better, 270 southbound. We were in single-digit speeds just a moment ago because of volume between I-70 and Maryland 109, but also a crash before Maryland 109. Crash is still there. It's just moved over to the left shoulder. So not completely cleared yet, but now that we have access to all of those through lanes, we're seeing speeds back up to about 22 miles per hour. That's your traffic watch.
Thanks, Britt. It is your voice, your vote, and this is a map that you are going to see a ton of today because it's the key to the entire presidential race, the Electoral College. Now, I've unhighlighted the 7 battleground states where right now the polls say are just too close to call. But we're going to just play with this for a second and say, if the polls decided the election, how would it look at this exact moment in time? So right now, Kamala Harris is leading in the polls in Wisconsin and in Michigan. Former President Trump has a very slim lead in Pennsylvania, also leading in North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, and Nevada. So if that's how it played out, former President Trump would win the election at this point. Now, here's what we know from Pennsylvania and Arizona. Elections officials in those 2 states are saying it's going to take a while before we have a final count. So you'll see if I unselect both of those states, you're going to see that neither candidate has enough to be able to claim victory. So that is in the thinking that this could take a couple of days before we have a decision on the election. Now, I want to talk to you about the last time a candidate won with less than 300 electoral votes. That was back in 2004, George W. Bush, where this electoral map looked a little bit similar, except New Mexico, Colorado, and Virginia were red states. This is how it looked then, and it was even closer back in 2000. Adriana?
All right, Adam, thanks for that breakdown. We're covering Maryland as well this morning. It's a fight to the finish for former Governor Larry Hogan and Prince George's County Executive Angela Alsobrooks. They're looking to fill retiring Senator Ben Cardin's seat. Shannon Lilly with our sister station in Baltimore joins us now from Davidsonville Elementary School, the polling location where former Governor Hogan will cast his ballot this morning.
Well, these candidates have been out crisscrossing the state for this entire election season. And here we are on Election Day, and the final push to get your vote just continues. We do expect to hear from former Governor Larry Hogan. He's going to be out here casting his vote right here at Davidson Elementary School this morning. We expect him to be with his wife, Yumi, and they will be voting right here at 8 and speaking with the media. Remember, both parties see this race as key to either gaining or maintaining control of the Senate. They both made final pitches to voters with some events last night. So let's take a look at where things stand now. Polls have shown Alsobrooks growing her lead over Hogan. In late September, a poll showed Alsobrooks with 48% support and 39% for Hogan. Fast forward about a month, Hogan gained some support, but Alsobrooks still maintained that 12-point lead. And just days before today, Election Day, a new poll published November 1st shows Alsobrooks' lead ballooning. The latest poll suggests Hogan trails by 23 percentage points, with 4% of Marylanders still undecided. So here's political analyst John Deede's response when we asked him if Hogan still has a chance to see victory tonight.
On your show 2 months ago, I said 0.0% chance of him winning, and I'm sticking with that number. I think the demographics are against him, especially in areas like PG County and also Montgomery County. In Montgomery County, they are very Washington, D.C. government centered, not Annapolis centered government. So those people, that's a race they're going to care about.
Now, when we've talked to Hogan about those polling numbers, he often brings up the fact that in 2014, he had that surprise upset, beating Anthony Brown in his first gubernatorial bid. And keep in mind, if Hogan were to take home this race, he would become the first Republican U.S. Senator from the state of Maryland since 1980. So we do plan to ask him why he believes that he's the candidate that can turn this seat red when we speak with him this morning. I'm Shannon Lilly reporting from Davidsonville Elementary, 7 News.
A lot of registered Democrats that Hogan would have to flip to win. Staying in Maryland this morning, we turn now to 7 News reporter John Gonzalez, who's following some of the other key issues on the ballot in the state. A lot at stake in Maryland. John, good morning.
Absolutely. Good morning, Adam. And it was strong voter turnout for early in-person voting and mail-in here in Maryland. And in just about half an hour, the polls like this one right here will open up. This is Henry Wise High School here in Upper Marlboro. The election workers and volunteers are trickling in as they get ready. More than 880,000 mail-in ballots have been sent to homes here in the state, and some of the tightest contests may actually come down to those mail-in counts, which can take some time. As of this past weekend, more than 320,000 of those ballots had already been returned. Maryland voters are deciding if abortion rights should be put into the state constitution, even though the wording of the ballot question never mentions the word abortion. In Montgomery County, question A proposes limiting the county executive to only 2 terms. The race to succeed outgoing Representative David Trone in the state's 6th congressional district is in a virtual dead heat. Democrat April McLean Delaney against Republican nominee former Delegate Neil Parrott. Now, nonprofit organizations are really stepping up to help with the integrity of the process this year. For example, more than 180 Common Cause Maryland monitors will be at different polling locations throughout the state, helping judges with any issues they may come across today, and of course answering questions voters may have as they arrive here to vote. Reporting live in Upper Marlboro, John Gonzalez, 7 News.
John, thank you. Let's head to Virginia now, where incumbent Democratic Senator Tim Kaine is looking to hold on to his seat against Republican challenger Hung Cao.
Back now live to 7 News reporter Joy Wang in Woodbridge. Joy, we haven't really been following this race closely because polls show it really isn't that close.
That's right. Unless Democrats have a bad night, this race is unlikely to influence the nation. In fact, latest polling showing Tim Kaine up Hung Cao by 9 points, but Cao's campaign is saying that they are narrowing that gap in the last few days. And so let's talk a little bit more about both of their campaigns now, because they are both not taking anything for granted as they continue to come out here and try and get those votes. In fact, in the final stretch of the campaign, Republican Hung Cao, a retired Navy captain, stopped in Williamsburg, Leesburg, and Arlington. U.S. Senator Tim Kaine, who was first elected to this seat in 2012, now running for a 3rd term, was in Fredericksburg and Fauquier County. Now, Kaine says polling suggests he's in good shape, but he never takes the polls for granted. Meanwhile, Cao says his internal polling is showing him closing in.
Americans know. They ask themselves this basic question: are you better off today than you were 4 years ago? If your answer is no, then you need change. America needs change, and Virginia deserves better than a 30-year career politician who's saying, give me until year 2030.
Results matter, and I've been a guy bringing results to communities all over Virginia during my time in the Senate and before. I think this nation is a nation of stand-up people, not tear-down people, not tear down or tear apart people. And I have been standing up and standing together with Virginians all over the Commonwealth.
Now, polls have been open in Virginia for about 40 minutes now. We haven't seen any of those long lines. In fact, the only time I saw a line was people actually waiting for those polls to open. And so part of that reason might have to do with those really large early voting numbers. We're seeing records being broken nationwide. And I'm in Prince William County now, but for the past few weeks, I've been talking a lot about Fairfax County. And they said their early voting numbers when it comes to in-person and absentee mail-in ballot, they're looking at more than 322,000 ballots cast already. Meanwhile, compared to the 2020 election, the last presidential election, it's more than double those numbers from early voting. Live in Woodbridge, Joy Wang, 7 News.
Joy, thank you. In D.C., another race that we are watching closely, of course, is the one for Ward 8. Incumbent council member Trayon White faces challenger Nate Durang, and all eyes have been on White ever since August when he was indicted on federal bribery charges. He's accused of accepting thousands of dollars in kickbacks in exchange for steering city contracts. Just last week, our I-team learned White's re-election campaign is $2,000 in debt ahead of Election Day. 7 News has been following this story for months now. You can find our past reports right now on WJLA.com.
Election misinformation has been swirling all across social media as voters go to the polls today, and there are efforts to put a stop to that misinformation. But the FBI says that if you think an election crime is actually occurring, you can call a hotline. The number is 1-800-CALL-FBI. Very easy to remember there. Maryland State Board of Elections is urging people to report any election-related disinformation that they see on social media. Maryland's elections administrator says unfounded claims of machines flipping votes have resurfaced and circulated in many elections and many social media. And also he says that the state has tested every machine for accuracy before their use for early voting and Election Day.